It's social media era. Everything has to be online. The child does something, you want to share it. It's not just in the sharing anymore verbally. You want to capture it, film and check 'em. Yeah, you don't film and finish now. You don't post that for social media. Have you ever paused to consider how embarrassing that must be for your child? Let's not even talk about embarrassing now. Let's say they're still children. They don't understand the full scope of embarrassment yet. What about 5 years time, 10, when they grow up and the internet does not forget, right? And they stumble upon that video of them that you check out, that you filmed, or something that they said that you have put out there. Will their friends laugh at them? Will they come back and bite their faces off? What are the unintended consequences of the things that you are sharing about your children? Especially regards to their self confidence, right? Hello, welcome to the Legacy Conscious Parenting Podcast. I am your host, Loretta Itama, and today we'll be talking about raising secure kids, the hidden ways we break our children's confidence unintentionally. Confidence in this regard, apart from being their self worth or sense of self, is the ability to confide in us, ability to tell us stuff, ability to make us their safe space when it comes to sharing, right? The ability to be vulnerable with us. You see, they share things with us that they think we will take to our graves, but this powerful moment, they did not even know you were filming them or that you were recording it to post now. Let me shock you. What breaks their confidence is not huge. It's in those tiny little things that are not obvious. You may not even know that you are doing it. We would talk about it from this time from the point of view of their self confidence and the ability to talk to you, right? First and foremost, one way you break their confidence is comparison. Comparison is a killer of identity. Don't you see how your brother is doing this thing? Don't you see how Thompson did it last week? It makes them feel like they are not enough. This person is better than me. Therefore, I am not good enough. This person is better than me. Therefore, I am useless. I am worthless. And as they keep saying, I am, they are affirming, right? They are affirming these things, and words cast spells. They're casting the spells. And in no time, they will become not good enough for real, not adequate enough, right? Feel like you love the idea of Thompson, right? And you would rather have Thompson as a child, as your child. It's not just our children, really. Let's even talk about this from the point of view of spouses. That man is a businessman. He makes 1 billion naira monthly. How much do you make? You compare people, you make them feel less of themselves, you make them feel small. If you are on this table, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, either by trying to shame you. Could you please stop it? Right? Can you say things like, I love how curious you are about animals. I see the effort you put into doing what you're doing. Celebrate each child as a unique being. Nobody was made the same. Stop expecting for your first son to be like the last one, or for your middle daughter to act like the first one. Celebrate their individuality and learn to relate with them on that level. Second way you are breaking their confidence unintentionally is emotional neglect. Now, because a lot of us do not know our children's love languages, we are doing things that we love and enjoy for, with, or to them, not knowing that that's not exactly how they prefer to be loved or shown love. You see, I buy gifts for my son and I feel like, oh my God, I'm so proud of myself. This PS5 that I bought for this boy is going to love it. Meanwhile, his love language is words of affirmation and maybe quality time. So you have bought that PS5, right? You have satisfied the urge to give a gift. But have you asked yourself, is that the language this child would prefer to be communicated with? You need to learn, you need to know your children really. When you neglect them emotionally, you don't acknowledge when things you say or do offend them, you don't acknowledge or recognize when they are not happy, when they are sad, they're making faces, they're calling out, they're giving a cry for help, but you're not saying it. And when they now start misbehaving because they want negative attention, because all the child wants is attention, whether it's negative or not. When they now start misbehaving, you start running helter skelter and start looking for help where you did not lose it. See, how about you connect, you learn, you be present? It takes you many years to be a medical doctor. It takes a lot of people many years to be a legal practitioner. They put in the work, they put in the time to study. How many books have you read about parenting, really? What have you learned about your parenting journey, about yourself as a parent, and how to make your parenting experience better? We cannot keep making excuses. We were not taught, somebody handed us a manual. Now you are in the shoes of your parents with more information at your fingertips than there's ever been. What are you doing with it? What are you doing about it? Yeah, you were raised a certain way. We understand. What can you begin to do right now, moving forward, so that you be the cycle breaker and be that parent who said, this ends with me. So this can begin from me. You need to validate their feelings. You need to make them know that it is okay to cry. Stop saying you are a man, be a man. Stop teaching him to armor up. Why are you crying like a girl? Why are you acting like a girl? Can you please stop it? I don't think emotions are gender based, right? Allow your child to express how he's feeling. Allow your child to play with toys that he likes or enjoys playing with. You see, we have killed the creativity in our children by making play gender based. You buy trucks for boys and dolls for girls. Really? You put boys in taekwondo clubs and girls in cooking classes. Seriously, if you knew your child, if you understood them, the way they learned their temperament, you would understand or see, recognize that that daughter of yours is interested in coding and robotics, wants to be a programmer, right? You would not limit her to the confines of the kitchen. It starts from your home. That it was done to you does not mean that it's okay for you to do it to your children. Control versus support. You to control your child instead of providing them support. They are brought homework home. Instead of giving them space to try and fail at it, you want to do it for them. To the point that you will even hold your child's hand to write what you want them to write. How about you? Just be present, be there, and tell them, I am here when you need my help. A lot of us live vicariously through our children. We want to live the life we wanted to live through them. You see, we see it as a second chance to be that thing we did not have the chance to be, and so we jump on it. Another thing is, in the name of sacrificing ourselves, a sacrifice they did not ask for, we lose ourselves, we leave ourselves, and make our children the center of our world. No ambition, no career goal, no nothing, no plans for your future. So, because your children are your everything, they are your sense of identity. You cannot introduce yourself as a person without saying, I am a mom of, I am a father of. Who are you? Do you know yourself not just as a wife, not just as a mom or dad? Do you know who you truly are apart from all these roles that you are feeling? So, because you've lost your sense of self or identity and you've made your children the center of the world, you see, you find it difficult to let them do things by themselves, because when they now know how to take care of themselves, do their own homework, wake up by themselves, guess what happens? They are useless to them. Aha, it hurts, right? Ash, it a pain, I know. What will you now be doing for them? Because you want to have a sense of purpose. This is my children are my everything. Can you live for yourself too? Can you have something that fascinates you, that thrills you, that you're happy to do, that you show up for every day? That way, you are busy for yourself, happy for yourself and your wins, and present still. We're not saying be on one side and let the other part of the scale fall. We're saying, how can we harmonize everything, right? Show up and be present for our own lives and not have any need to control our children, so that we'll be supportive parents instead of control freaks, instead of being helicopter parents. You're hovering so that before your child falls, don't follow, get up. You want to hit your leg? Challenges are what will make them tougher. Challenges are what we give them. You know how in medicine, when a child falls ill, he grows immunity from that experience. Challenges are what we give them the experience, the resilience you are looking for, the doggedness, the grit, the perseverance, the the tenacity to keep at it. So when you shield them from all of that, you control every single thing in their life. My baby does not want to eat this thing. No. Bring, she doesn't want apple. Bring agbaluma. Oh, she doesn't want fried rice. Bring that jollof rice. You will not teach them that, hey, life, there are certain things in life where you don't have a choice, that you have to see through and go through. Because most of the times the way to is through. So you have prepared the way for them, and they have come to a place where this must be this and that must be that. They will not be able to thrive. However, to focus on supporting our children instead of trying to be control freaks. Give them options to pick from. Tell them you are here when they need you. Allow them try and fail. Mistakes are proof that they are trying. All right. I would like for us to end this with this. If this is the only thing you learn from this episode, this is the only thing you take away, remember something, that your voice becomes their inner voice. Will you be the reason why your child charges on and says, I can't do this? Or will you be the reason why your child will say, I am not good enough? There was a voice in my head, there were two voices in my head that were always at conflict. One will say you're not pretty enough. One will say you're not good enough. The other one, the same one will say you're inadequate. The other one will manage and say, but Laurie, you can try. But then the one that said, I am not good enough, would drown the quiet one that said I could. And I would withdraw. I kept chipping myself up one inaction at a time. I was terrible, very terrible with self esteem. I had nothing to write home about there. I had low sense of self worth. I had a total lack of self confidence. It took grace, God's grace. It took a lot of work to become this person. Let us not be the person or the thing, the trauma our children have to heal from, whether due to ignorance or our inability to recognize that we were hurt and we were raising our children from that hurt, right? Because broken people break people. God forbid it's not a parenting strategy like when they look will say. Show up, put in the work, go and get help if you need any therapy, whatever help you need, and be a wholesome parent that is raising well behaved, whole, well adjusted children. You don't have to be a perfect parent to raise a secure child. You have to be one who's self aware enough to know that, to admit that I am not okay and that I need help. You just need to be a parent who shows up, who is present, who who loves your child more than anything in the world, who does not want the child to fail, or yet is okay with them failing, because failure is feedback that they should have done better or done something differently. You don't have to be a lawnmower parent, mowing everywhere, straightening things. I'm not saying you should not aid them or make life a bit easier or more bearable for them. I'm saying allow them fail, allow them try, allow them make mistakes. Because that way they'll be building their confidence, it'll be building self efficacy, the courage, the confidence I have in myself because me who did this in the past is able to do this now, will be able to do that in the future. David had self efficacy, he had God efficacy. He said, the God who was able to deliver the lion and the bear into my hands is able to deliver this uncircumcised Philistine into my hands. If he did not go into the bush to kill the lion and the bear, where would that confidence have come from? Right? If he was not brave enough to have done it before, how would he have been brave to face this giant? We may not have Goliaths like the song says, but we'll have our own giants. Let us allow our children to face them bravely with dogged determination. And one day at a time, we'll be raising children who are not only secure, but can take on any challenge because they are confident in themselves and very, very secure. I hope you learned something from this episode today. If you did, don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep us as your best kept secret. Can you share it with a friend who's raising children too? Because if your child is secure and they're around children that are insecure, guess what? They'll rub off on each other because iron indeed sharpens iron and water rusts iron. So share with your friends and loved ones, your parent communities, or whatever groups you are in. Let us all continue to collectively raise children who are secure and anchored. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us on this episode. And until we meet in the next one, stay excellent and keep your renting today with tomorrow in mind. See ya.